you. We should probably use these as. That's true. Hydration's important.
Yes, hydration is key. Also got my Red Bull if I'm ever tired. Love it. Maybe I should sponsor Red Bull.
Welcome to Viking Stadium as we're here with the home opener of the South Tahoe Viking football season. I'm Bruce Kuntz and I'm here with Juju Hancock, and we've got a great one for you tonight, and we appreciate you joining us.
Yes, we're really excited, especially because it's our first game, the home.
Yeah, home opener. This is going to be a great game. Vikings are all decked out in their all-black uniforms, and, this is going to be a really exciting one to watch. Currently, the coin toss is happening as we've got 22 seconds until the buzzer sounds, and then we're going to have the national anthem, and then play will be ready to get underway. If they can hear stuff from there, we can close that door. So tell them if they can hear stuff from there, we can close that door. If that's a problem. Looks like we're actually going to get underway here. Vikings are going to kick to start the game, meaning the Hug Hawks are going to receive. Heading into this game, the Vikings are 0-1 to start the season. They lost last Friday, so they'll look to get into the win column in this game. The Hug Hawks are 0-2, so battle of win this teams here tonight. Both teams trying to get their first win of the season. Yes. And we're ready to get underway here. The kickoff is off. Ball is going to go over Hug's head and into the end zone. Looked like that was Asher Chapman back to receive for Hug High. So to begin the game, the Hug Hawks are going to take the field. Under center tonight for Hug will be number 7, Connor Humphreys. He's had a good start to the season. On the year, he is 9 for 18 with 120 passing yards. He's also ran the ball 5 times for 7 yards total. So you can feel the energy in the stands here tonight, and the home opener is ready to get underway.
Yeah, we have a really big crowd tonight. Very exciting, especially because it's our first game, once again.
Definitely, you can tell everybody's excited. Viking football is back as we're ready to start. Looks like it'll be a pass that's incomplete. Looked like it was number 4, Trenton Scouten, breaking up the pass attempt for the Vikings. Pass looked like it was intended for number 8, Xander Humphreys. So, good start to the game here for the Vikings, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Lined up in the backfield with Humphreys is number 21, DeAndre Coperidge. Snaps off, looks like it'll be an end around to number 8, Xander Humphreys. On the other side of the field, he'll be tackled, and looks like it'll go for a gain of 2. So it'll be 3rd and 8 here. Vikings looking to get off the field and force a 3 and out for Hug High. This would be a great start to the game for the Vikings if they can get the ball back and force the 3 and out here on the first possession. Once again, it's Coperidge in the backfield. It'll be a pass here. But looks like Viking defensive lineman got there. Looked like in the backfield there, ending up with the sack was number 57, Jesus Shaverine. So great play there for the Vikings. Chevrian is able to get his first sack on the year. And Hug High is going to have to punt right away here. 3 and out to start the game. So great start defensively for the Vikings, and they'll be able to get their offense on the field here after the first series. Connor Humphreys is also the Hug Hawks punter as well as their cornerback. So he'll be back ready to punt. Snaps away. Back to receive here for the Vikings is Scouten. And he's taken down right around the 40 of the Hawks. Tackle there for number 44, Sanleo Agonigu. So Vikings great field position to start the game here. They actually get the ball on the Hawks 39. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Under center tonight for South Tahoe is Trenton Scouten. So this is his first home game where he's able to play quarterback. He's taken that spot that was Jake Tarwater's in years before. Tarwater graduated last year, and now Scouten is stepping in to be the quarterback. In the backfield with Scouten is number 1, James Adams. So it's 1st and 10. Coming in motion is number 40 for the Vikings. Looks like that ball was a handoff to Adams. Gain of 3 for the Vikings. So a good run there to start the possession. It'll be 2nd and 7 here on the second play of the drive. Scouten rallies the men, and the Vikings get the play call. Vikings break the huddle now. Again, Adams in the backfield. Coming in motion is Gomez. It's going to be a play action pass. Looks like Gomez has it on the outside. He's able to shed one tackle, and eventually he's taken down by number 59 for the Hug Hawks. So good play there for the Vikings. Get another first down here. Ball is now on the Hug High 25. So Vikings deep in Hug territory here on their first drive. Vikings break the huddle. Scouten looking down at his wristband as now play is ready to go. It's going to be handoff to Adams here. He comes up the gut, sheds one tackle, and the pile will develop, and he's taken down. Looks like eventually the tackle is made by DeAndre Coprich for Hug High. Now after that run, it's a good time to introduce the Vikings starters. Starting at quarterback tonight for the Vikings is Scouten. Tight end, Noe Areola, number 88. At wide receiver, Evan Orr, Joel Gomez, and Kenny Russell. On the offensive line, Jake Wisnett, Jesus Cheverine. At center will be Tommy Morton. And then rounding out the offensive line is going to be Eric Hurtado and Leif Ferrier. Play here. Looks like it's going to be a first down for the Vikings. Another handoff to Adams, and that'll move the chains. Rounding out the starting lineup for the Vikings is Adams in the backfield. He's already touched the ball 3 times. You know, we're going to be looking tonight. Looks like that Viking offense is going to revolve around James Adams. We've seen in the past, even before this year, Adams is a senior, so he's had 3 years in the program already, and he's a beast. So the Vikings usually look to get him the ball as often as they can and let him work.
It's also really exciting to be back on the field, considering past incidences, COVID and evacuation. Really excited. A big thing is that next week we are having homecoming week. So, also really exciting week.
Definitely is. Another handoff to Adams here. He's able to get a couple before he ends up being taken down by number 61, Mateo Fotao for the Hawks. Pickup of 5, so it'll be 2nd and 5 now. Vikings huddle up again. In the red zone, this first drive is going very well so far. Ball is down inside the 10 on the Hawks' 9-yard line. Vikings looking to put a touchdown on the board here to begin this one. Vikings get ready. Keston Short comes in motion. He lines up next to Scouten in the backfield. Looks like this is going to be tackled for a loss in the backfield. Looked like they faked the end around and gave it to Adams after all. But the tackle in the backfield for a loss went to Kenlick Sinang for the Hawks. So good play there for the Hawks. It'll be 3rd down here for the Vikings. Loss of 4, so it'll be 3rd and 9. Ball all the way back to the Hawks' 13-yard line. So that definitely wasn't the play that the Vikings were looking for, as they'll have 3rd and long here. They'll have to convert. Looks like the first down chain is at the 4-yard line. So Vikings are going to have to convert here if they want to get into the end zone on this first drive.
You know, as you said, Trenton Scout is taking Jake Tarwater's position as quarterback. How do you feel about that?
You know, Scouten has definitely proven he's ready to step in there. He's a senior as well, so he's had experience in the program, and he's going to look in and, you know, try and fill those big shoes of Tarwater as best as he can.
I've never talked to him personally, but I think that he's a very nice guy. He's very positive, and he's always encouraging.
Right there, Scouten was able to complete a pass over the middle to Gomez. Looks like it'll be 4th down, as they weren't able to get the 9 to move the chains. Vikings offense is going to stay out on the field here. Looks like it's going to be 4th and 7. Scouten comes into the huddle with a play. Bold move here for the Vikings, keeping the offense on the field with 4th and 7 this deep in enemy territory. But they're going to go for it here, looking to get 7 to start this game. Adams in the backfield. Scouten's lined up, ready to take the snap. Whistle's going to blow, though. It's going to be a timeout for the Vikings. Looks like Coach Jeff Cheek wants to talk things over. So that's a good opportunity to introduce Coach Cheek. This is his first year as the head coach of the Viking football program. And last week was not the start that he was looking for, so they're going to look to get into the win column tonight and kick off his career as the Viking head coach. Vikings are going to head back out onto the field now.
After talking about the new coach, we do have some new experiences with the school as well. We have half of the teachers last year did retire or quit, so we have some new teachers as well.
Definitely a lot of turnover within the school, so a lot of obstacles to overcome for the Vikings here tonight. They're going to decide to attempt a field goal here. Looks like it's Gomez back to kick. Hold from Scouten, and the kick is no good. So Vikings have a missed opportunity there, get deep into the Hawks territory, but are unable to come away with any points. We've got 3:45 to go here in the first quarter, as that was a very successful drive for the Vikings right up until the end. You know, they had the offense on the field, they were ready to go for it on 4th and 7, but ultimately elected to try the field goal, but Gomez missed left. So score stays tied at 0-0, and the Hawks offense is going to come back out onto the field.
Just a quick question. Who is the captain of the football team?
You know, some of the guys that we know we're supposed to look for tonight. Adams, we've already seen the ball handed off to him a couple of times. Joel Gomez, wide receiver. Trenton Scout, and then Leif Ferrier are all leaders on this team, and they're looking to, you know, get the team a win tonight. Looks like before before the snap, there's going to be an encroachment penalty called against the
Your high
Vikings.
school
So
career,
it'll be
what do you think
first
you're
and
going to do
5 here
after
to
this?
start this drive for Connor Humphreys and the Hawks.
Perfect. What's your thoughts about the game?
I'm excited, ready to.
In the backfield again is DeAndre Coperidge. It's going to be an inside handoff to Coperidge. And right there, he'll be taken down after a gain of only a couple. So good job by the Viking defense to bring him down. Looked like the tackle there went to number 8, Calvin Perio. So it'll be 2nd and 2 here after a gain of 3 on 1st and 5. Hawks are lining up, ready to go. Another handoff here to Coperidge. On the outside, that looked like a great tackle there. Short gain. Looked like the tackle went to number 71 for the Vikings, Tommy Moore. So, good play there for the Vikings. And it's going to be 3rd down and 2 after no gain on the last play. Humphreys is lined up, ready to go. Viking defense looking to get a stop here and force another punt. Hawks deep in their own territory on their own 28-yard line. Coming in motion is Coperidge to the other side of Humphreys. They're going to hand it off to Coperidge again, but he's going to have the 1st down this time. So, 3rd time's the charm on the handoff for Coperidge, and they're able to move the chains. Tackle for the Vikings went to number 57, Jesus Chavarin. So the Hawks have a 1st and 10 situation now. Ball is on their own 33. Looks like dropping back into deep coverage for the Vikings is Calvin Perio. They make a couple pre-snap adjustments on defense. Humphreys directs traffic and is ready to go here. Snap. He's going to run the ball. He cuts up the middle, and that looked like a gain of about 5. Tackle eventually went to number 52 for the Vikings, John Wisnant.
I'm really excited to see the cheerleaders on the field as well. Should be really exciting that they're back on the field, their first home game as well.
Definitely. There's a lot more than just the football team that's excited to be here tonight. There's the cheer, there's the crowd. I mean, you know, there's a lot of things returning for the first time in a while for the Vikings here in this home opener. 2nd and 7 here. Handoff to Coperidge. He comes up the middle, and he's going to eventually be taken down. Looked like that was a gain of about 2. Tackle went to Leif Ferrier on the outside. So it'll be 3rd and long here for the Hawks. They'll look to convert and keep the drive going. Vikings looking to get a stop.
Quick question, are there any injuries on our team or opponent's team?
Yeah, there are 4 guys missing from this Vikings lineup. One of them, Axel Ferrier, he's a key part of the team, and they'll definitely be missing him. Humphreys rolls out to his right, his left, excuse me, but the tackle is made by Jake Wisney. Short gain there. Looked like the 1st down was not obtained. So we'll see what the Hawks decide to do here, whether they're going to punt or leave the offense on the field. It's 4th down and 2 on the Hawks' own 41-yard line. During that last play, the first quarter ended. So at the end of the first quarter here, it's still locked up at 0-0 between the Hawks and the Vikings. We'll step away and we'll be back after this short break. All right, we are back here as we are ready to begin the second quarter. 12 minutes even on the clock, and the Hawks are going to elect to punt to start the quarter here. Back to punt is Humphreys. He's able to pick a short snap, but able to get the punt away nonetheless. Scouting back to receive, but ball's going to be short. Vikings get a home-friendly bounce, and the ball is going to be downed by number 44, Samio Aganga. So Vikings get decent field position again here. They're on their own side of the 50 this time at least, but out at the 42-yard line. So they'll look to put together another drive like they did on the last drive and hopefully come away with points this time instead of a missed field goal.
Quick little shout out to the new principal. It seems really hard. He's taking on a new role.
Yeah, Mr. Zunino's done a great job to start the year. As we said before, there's been a lot of turnover, not only on the Viking football team, but also on the Viking campus as a whole. So a lot for these kids on the field to get through, but they're out there competing nonetheless. Scouton is now ready for the snap as the Vikings line up. 1st and 10 here for the Vikings. Scouton drops back to pass. He's going to roll out to his right. The pass is completed. Gomez on the other side of the field, and that is a long completion. Looks like that'll go for a gain of 32 yards.
Man, everyone is so excited. I'd be excited too. I am excited, actually.
Yeah, it's great to be back, and a play like that will always energize the team. Big gain there. That was a great pass by Scouton. He had to roll out to his right to avoid the rush. Was able to deliver a strike to Gomez. So that is a great start to the second quarter, and it's going to be 1st and 10 again on the Hawks' 31-yard line. Down on the sidelines, we have some Viking players hyping up the crowd. In the backfield with Scouton is James Adams and Keston Short. Vikings lined up again. Looks like it's going to be an end around here. Handoff, but looks like he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. With the ball there was Alan Aparicio, but great play there from the Hawks defense. Looked like that was Humphreys on the edge coming away with the tackle. So looked like that was a loss of 2 for the Vikings, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So, Vikings ready here. 2nd and 12 for the Vikings on the Hawks 33. Scouting directs traffic, and looked like on the edge one of the Hawks jumped. Penalty's going to go against number 78, Marley Mafuu. Penalty is 5 yards offsides against the Hawks. So ball's going to move to the 28, and the Vikings catch a break there, and we'll have 2nd and 7 instead of 2nd and 12. Vikings break the huddle, and they're ready to go here. Down on the bottom of your screen, Kenny Russell lined up outside. Adams in the backfield with Scouton again. Scouton reads the defense and gets the snap. He's going to roll to his right again. He's going to throw, but throws a little bit high. Looked like he had Gomez open, but was not able to find him. So pass is incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 7 now for the Vikings. Ball's still on the Hawks 28. Looked like Scouton had an opportunity there. Gomez had a little bit of separation down near the end zone, but throw was just a little bit high. So that's a missed opportunity there. Looks like it might have been 7 if that pass would have been completed.
Even with missed opportunities, they're still positive and they're still encouraging, and that's what we love about this team. Isn't that one of their strengths?
Definitely. When I talked to Coach Cheek before the game, he said one of their strengths as a team was unity and teamwork. So they're all ready to go here. You know, they'll pick their guy up, and they're going to look to convert this 3rd and 7. Looks like the Vikings are going to take a timeout here, though, as Coach Cheek wants to talk over this 3rd and 7. Big play here coming up for the Vikings. Still 0-0 after the Vikings had the only opportunity to score in the game and missed a field goal. So Vikings have their second chance here, deep in enemy territory, and they're going to look to come away with points this time. We've got 9:38 to go here in the second quarter. Despite the 0-0 score, I think you could definitely say the Vikings have been a better team so far tonight, even though they haven't been able to put up a score yet. Viking defense has been good. The Vikings have gotten 2 possessions already, and they've been able to move the ball pretty well on that side of the ball, too. So, Coach Cheek breaks the huddle, gives Scouten a couple of extra words as he heads back, ready for this 3rd and 7. Like I said before, big play here for the Vikings. Try and move the chains once more, and hopefully get into the end zone on this drive, hopefully for them. Vikings break the huddle. Adams lined up behind Scouten in the backfield. Snap is off. Scouten's going to roll to his right again. He'll throw, and looked like that was a completion. So, great play there by Scouten rolling to his right, and the catch was made by Gomez, having to tightrope along the sideline. So, great play there for the Vikings, and they're able to have a completion. So, that moves the chains. Vikings hurry up now. Ball down on the 28. Actually, that was incomplete, so it'll be 4th and 7 here. Excuse me. Looked like Gomez wasn't able to get his feet in on the far side there. Now we're going to have a timeout for the Hawks as the Vikings came to the line aggressive to go for this 4th and 7. Hawks want to talk it over. What do you mean? Yeah.
I'm really excited to see how this all plays out. Our team has an 0-1 and the opponent's team has an 0-2. So it looks like we have a lead a little bit.
Yeah, Vikings have been the better team so far tonight, you could say, but of course none of that matters unless you're winning the game. Still locked up at 0-0 here, so Vikings are looking to change that. They have the ball on the Hawks 28. It's 4th and 7, so 4th and long. We'll see if the Vikings elect to go for it anyway. You can hear some banging in the bleachers as Scouten's going to line up with an empty backfield here.
That's definitely a big strength we have. We have a big crowd and the opponent's team does not.
For sure. Home game, home field, definitely a strength. Scouten's actually going to drop back, punt the ball. Down on the far side of the field, it's going to bounce out of bounds. So Vikings went to the line looking like they were going to go for it, but Scouten elected to punt anyway. So ball went out of bounds at the Viking 11-yard line, and that's where Connor Humphreys and the Hawks are going to start their 3rd possession of the ball game. So as things transition here, it's a good time to introduce the Viking defense. So the defensive ends for the Vikings tonight: Leif Ferrier and Noe Areola. In the middle, Jesus Cheverine. And along with him at defensive tackle is Keston Short. At middle linebacker is Eric Hurtado. Side linebacker, Jake Wisnett. Strong safety will be James Adams. Wide safety is number 8, Calvin Perio. The corners tonight will be number 5, Aaron Valencia, and number 2, Joel Gomez. And then rounding out the defense, free safety, Trenton Scouten. You can see the Vikings have a lot of athletes with how many of those guys are playing both sides of the ball, both offense and defense. So this team has talent, and they're going to look out to go out and show it for the rest of this one.
Yeah, and on our team, do we have any sophomores or freshmen?
We do. It's actually a pretty diverse roster in terms of ages, pretty evenly distributed. So the first play was a loss of 3, and now this one, another handoff for the Hawks. Looked like they didn't have much going there either. So it's going to be 3rd and very long here for Hug High. No gain, so 3rd and 13. Deep in their own territory, Hawks are going to have to try and convert 3rd and long. If the Vikings are able to get a stop here, they're going to come away with great field position, forcing the Hawks to punt deep in their own territory.
Want to give a little shout out to sports medicine. You know, always out there, making sure everyone's all healthy and well, which is very good.
Definitely. The South Tahoe Sports Medicine team always does a great job, and, you know, they always are there to help. So definitely good to shout them out. They do a great job. Hug is going to have the ball inside their own 5-yard line here on 3rd and very long. Handoff into the middle here. Looks like no gain down on the other end of the field. So it'll go to 3rd down now. Looks like that last play was only 2nd down after a penalty was called. So now it'll be 3rd and very long. Ball is on the 5 of the Hawks. So it's going to be 3rd and 16. Hawks deep in their own territory. You know, this is always an opportunity. Vikings are going to look to break the pass rush deep here and maybe even get a safety. Instead, Hawks are going to hand off the ball to prevent that possibility. It'll be a gain of about 4, and now it'll be 4th down. So the Hawks are going to look to punt here most likely. Looks like that's what they're going to do. Connor Humphreys drops deep back into his own end zone, getting ready for the punt. Special teams out onto the field for both sides. Once again, Trenton Scouten is back to receive for the Vikings. Ball is still on the 5-yard line as it is snapped. A little bit of a high snap, but Humphreys gets the punt off. Looks like it was a little bit short, and it's going to be downed at the 43-yard line of the Hawks. So another great field position to start a drive for the Vikings. This will be their 3rd drive of the night, and 2 of the 3 they've started across the Hawks' 50-yard line. Vikings have had chances tonight, but haven't been able to convert and get on the board yet. We're still locked up at 0-0 with 7 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter. Vikings are definitely going to look to change that scoreless tie here. Great field position on the Hawks 43, so you know, you couldn't get it much better than this. It was a great job by the defense to force a 3-and-out deep inside the Hawks' own territory and force a punt. Vikings break the huddle. We'll look to see Adams more involved in this drive, as he wasn't as involved in the last one. Vikings have a bunch formation. Looks like it was a play action, and Scouten's going to run the ball. He cuts to the middle and gets hit hard and taken down. There on the tackle, number 24, Muti Messina for the Hawks, but a long gain on the play action run for Trenton Scouten. Looked like that was a read option play for Scouten, and he read it well. Made one cut to the inside. As actually there's a flag down on the field, so this one's going to get taken back. Looks like it was a hold called on the play. So it'll be a penalty of 10 yards, and it'll be 1st and 20 for the Vikings.
Just wanted to welcome any new viewers that are on the live right now. I'm Juju Hancock, and I'm here with Bruce Kuntz. We are at our first home game for the football game, and crowd's looking very lively. Love the pom-poms, love the cheerleaders, and everything. Love it.
Definitely a lot of excitement here. The crowd got a little bit drained there after that last play. It looked like Trenton Scouten had a long gain on the read option play, but wound up getting brought back on a hold by the Viking offensive line. So 1st and 20 here for the Vikings. I'll look to get a big chunk out of that. 20 yards here and get to 2nd and reasonable. Viking tight end comes in motion as the snap is a handoff to Adams, and he goes for about a gain of 6 So decent gain on first down there for the Vikings. Ball is across midfield again. So Vikings will have second down here on the Hawk side of the field. Looks like it'll be 2nd and 15. Vikings break the huddle again. Scoutin's ready. Ball at the Hawk 49-yard line, just across midfield. And the Vikings are ready to go. Scoutin's going to drop back to pass. It's going to be a screen play to Adams in the backfield. He cuts to his right, and he's loose. No flags on the play this time, and Adams is able to get the ball all the way down to the Hawk 37-yard line. So big gain there for Adams on the screen play. Good job by Scoutin, able to get the ball over the defensive rush of the Hawks, and that play goes for a big gain. So, good job there for the Vikings, and they're able to get 3rd down and 4 here. They're able to gain 16 yards across the first 2 plays and have 3rd and manageable this time. 3rd and 4. This will be a big play to try and convert for the Vikings. In this spot of the field on the 37-yard line, you have to imagine this is 4-down territory, so even if they don't get it here, they'll likely stay on the field for 4th down. Scoutin's ready. 3 wide receivers out wide for the Vikings. Snap. Scoutin's going to roll out to his right. He's trying to beat the edge. He is able to. He cuts to his left. He's running. That's going to be a 1st down and more for the Vikings. Scoutin, great job there on the quarterback run. He's able to get the ball all the way down to the Vikings the Hawks 17-yard line. No flags on the play that time, so that run will stand for Trenton Scoutin. Looked like that was a design pass play, and Scoutin just used his legs to get the first. Great job there by the quarterback of the Vikings, able to manufacture a 1st down there, as all of his receivers were covered up pretty well.
You know, Scoutin is really proving that he is definitely a star player. He's been making a lot of plays today.
Been very impressive with his legs, out of the backfield. You don't have many quarterbacks who can run like he can.
Yeah, he's so fast, man.
So Scoutin's ready again here. Vikings have the ball inside the 20 on 1st and 10. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter. Looks like Scoutin's going to keep it. He's going to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Pass was intended for Joel Gomez. Looks like the Hawks defensive line was not fooled by the fake handoff to Adams, and they hit Scoutin pretty hard there. But he's back on his feet after the incomplete pass, as Gomez is going to head to the sideline. Into the game comes number 44, Keston Short. 2nd and 10 for the Vikings.
Just wanted to announce next week is homecoming week. Our theme days are villains or class colors, justice or class colors, avengers or class colors, and the last day is to be any hero you want or class colors.
Definitely show out for that. Next week will be exciting. 2nd and 10 for the Vikings on the Hawks 17. Ball's going to be handed off to Adams. He goes to his left. He's got room, and he's taken down at about the 7-yard line. So we'll see if that moves the chains or it'll be 3rd and inches. But great job there by the Viking offensive line to create room, and we've got a Hawk down on the field. Looks like down on the field for the Hawks is number 42, Miko Ferreira. So, as his injury gets attended to, we're going to step away. We'll be right back after this short break.
Feeling pretty good.
All right. What do you hope is going to happen today?
All around.
Who are you guys up against?
Hopefully go to college and continue.
All right, we welcome you back onto the field after the injury timeout. Vikings are back out on the field. It's going to be 3rd and 1 here after the run for Adams. Vikings looking to convert first down here. They have the ball on the Hawk 8-yard line. Ball's going to be handed off to Adams again, and looks like he's going to get the first. Looked like that was another read option play there for Scouten, but he decided to hand the ball off to Adams. So, big play there for the Vikings. They're able to convert the first down, not have to worry about a 4th down conversion. And for the first time tonight, it's going to be 1st and goal for the Vikings. Ball down on the Hawks' 5-yard line. 5 yards to go till the Vikings can get on the board. So, we'll see if the Vikings come out in a goal line set here, looking to push the ball into the end zone and get on the board in this game. Vikings break the huddle. Crowd gets excited. This is the best opportunity the Vikings have had so far tonight to score.
Yes, we're loving the crowd right now. Keep it up.
Absolutely. Great to hear those cheers. Looks like it's going to be a handoff as Scouten actually keeps it. He's on the outside, and good job there by the Hawks defense. Looks like the ball was fumbled, though. Ball was fumbled by Scouten before he got out of bounds. We'll see what the ruling is, and the Hawks recover. So, a fumble there from Scouten, extremely costly. The Vikings had the ball deep on the 5-yard line, and Scouten fumbles it away. So, Vikings miss another opportunity in the red zone, and Hawks are going to get the ball back now. You know, this game really should not be 0-0. If the Vikings would have taken some of these opportunities that they've had, they should have a lead here. But it's 0-0, and the Vikings are going to have to try and get another stop on defense here. 2 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the half, and that was a pretty ugly turnover for the Vikings. Hawks line up here. Looks like they got the ball on their own 8-yard line. Deep in their own territory again. Handoff up the middle. He keeps going. So an impressive run there from DeAndre Coppridge. Big gain on first down, and he's able to get the ball way out of their own territory. So important play there for Coppridge. All the way out to the 24. So big gain for Coppridge. Looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field here. So, you know, that was a pretty big play there for the Vikings. I mean, you have to give credit where credit is due. That was a great job by the Hawk defense, being able to strip the ball from Scouten as he was going out of bounds. And, you know, they might have saved 7 points there by forcing that turnover. Vikings have plenty of opportunities to look back here in this first half and, you know, realize that they missed some chances to score. In their first drive, they missed a field goal. Their second drive, they had the ball across midfield again, but wound up turning it over and having to punt. But on that third drive, got all the way down to the Hawk 5-yard line before they fumbled it away. So Hawks have the ball out on their own 24 now. We've got 2 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the half, and the Hawks are going to look to drive the length of the field. Humphreys lined up in the shotgun. He's going to roll out. He stays on his feet, but eventually it's going to be a sack here for the Vikings. Looked like that was a jailbreak for the Viking defensive line, and the Vikings come away with a sack. Good play there by the South Tahoe defensive line. Good job by Connor Humphreys, though, the quarterback for the Hawks. He was able to avoid one tackler and able to get back to about the line of scrimmage. It's going to be second down and 10 here for the Hawks. Handoff up the middle. Looks like it's going to be a short gain here for Coppridge before he's going to be taken down. About a gain of 4 for the Hawks. So it's going to be third and about 6. Hawks looking to convert. Clock is still ticking though, so 1:30 to go. Hawks might look to just keep the clock running and get to the half here. 3rd and 5 for the Hawks. Still locked up at 0-0 here. Viking defense has done a great job getting opportunities for their offensive side, but the offense hasn't been able to take advantage, and that's why we stay at a scoreless game here, 0-0 tie. We've got a whistle before the snap. Flag on the field. Looks like it's an offsides penalty against the Vikings. So, 5-yard penalty against the Vikings. We'll see. Looks like they might have to measure here whether the 5-yard penalty is going to get a first down. But they'll elect. It is a first down. So ugly penalty there for the Viking D9 as they jump off sides and gift the Hawks a first down. Ball's on the Hawks 35. Handoff up the middle. And he's going to be stopped right around the line of scrimmage as he actually fights for a gain of 3 when he eventually is taken down. DeAndre Coprich there on the carry. Another whistle. Looks like it's going to be another timeout on the field. So both teams will head to their respective sidelines, and once we break from the timeout, Hawks are going to have a 2nd and 6. 43 seconds to go, and based off the way that the Hawks have been handing off here in these last couple plays, looks like they're just ready to get to the half with a 0-0 tie. Vikings crowd is up on their feet, ready to see the Vikings take a lead here. The Vikings did kick off to begin the game, so they will receive the kick to start the second half. Still 43 seconds to play it out here, though, in the second quarter. It'll be 2nd and 6 when the teams are back on the field. Vikings getting hydrated. Hawks are ready. And now the Vikings are going to head back out onto the field. So Viking defense looking to get a couple more stops here and get to the half.
The crowd is really hoping to get a score, a touchdown. The 43 seconds we have left, hopefully we get it.
Definitely you can feel some angst here in the crowd as they're ready to see their Vikings get on the board. Flag is going to be thrown pre-snap here. Looks like another offsides is going to be called against the Vikings. So that's 2 in the last couple of plays, and the Vikings have gifted 10 yards total with another 5-yard penalty there. Ball's going to move, and it's going to be 2nd and 1 now for the Hawks as Humphreys lines up in the backfield with Coprich once again. Both teams ready to go as the snap is had. Humphreys rolls to his right and throws. Looks like the pass is going to be dropped, though, by Salih Aganka. So good job there by Humphreys to avoid the Viking rush. Looked like it was life pressure back in the backfield, putting on the quarterback pressure. Humphreys had to roll out to his right, made an accurate throw, but Salih Aganka wasn't able to come down with the catch. Big play there. I imagine if that pass would have been converted, would have looked like a much different 37 seconds to go here, as that would have gotten the Hawks across midfield. Instead, they're still back where they are, and they'll have to hand off here. It was DeAndre Coprich again up the middle. Looks like it'll go for first down after that 3rd and 1 play, but so the clock will stop as the chains are moved. Clock will resume though, as the referee gives the signal and the clock will start running. We've got 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Humphreys gets the snap, drops back, steps through some pressure, throws back loose, but looks like it might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage, and it's incomplete. Wisnet was there, almost was able to come away with an interception, but not quite as the ball wound up hitting the turf. We've got a Viking down on the field, and we'll step away for this injury timeout. We'll be back in a moment. We welcome you back down onto the field. That was Leif Ferrier being helped off by the trainers, and he'll head to the medical tent. Team's back on the field here, though. 2nd and 10 for the Hawks with 24 seconds to go in the half. In the backfield is DeAndre Coprich along with the quarterback Connor Humphreys. In motion is Xander Humphreys, and the ball is snapped. Humphreys drops back. He's going to throw. The ball is completed. That's number 24, Musty Messina, and he's deep into the Viking territory. Looks like he got all the way down to the 15-yard line of the Vikings. Big completion for the Hawks there, and they're now in the red zone of the Vikings. We've got 11 seconds left as the chains are moved. Now the clock's going to get run. 8 seconds to go, and the Hawks are going to elect to spike the ball. So they'll have 6 seconds left. Time for probably one more play, or maybe two if they're quick. Looks like Coach Jeff Cheek on the Viking sideline voicing his displeasure with that last play. Big gain as Connor Humphreys was able to connect with Moody Messina, get the ball all the way down to the Viking 15. This is the first red zone opportunity that the Hawks have had so far tonight. So if they can convert for a touchdown here, they'll take the lead into the half.
This is really exciting for the Hawks. A little bit disappointing, extremely disappointing for the Tahoe. Hopefully we can get back our play.
Humphreys rolls to his right. He's looking, and he's going to get taken down for the sack. That's going to bring us to the half. Great play there from Jake Wisnick. Prevents the Hawks from scoring after the big play to get him to the 15. So Wisnick comes away with the sack, and that will be the final play of the first half. So, story of the first half ultimately winds up with a 0-0 tie, but the Vikings definitely played better football until that last play. Vikings had the ball across midfield all 3 of their possessions, but were not able to come away with points. The big drive that we'll be able to look back on as the turning point here was the last drive for the Vikings. The Vikings had the ball 1st and goal all the way down on the 5-yard line of the Hawks and wound up fumbling the ball away. So that was a key opportunity missed among many others. And now we're going to step away for halftime. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a little bit. Score is 0-0.
How are you feeling about today?
Feeling pretty good.
All right. What do you hope is going to happen today?
I hope we come out on top and have a great game all around.
Who are you guys up against?
We're against Hug.
I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember sleeping on the floor. We stillin' at the gas station when the time was cold. In the kitchen, hot still tryna flip it off the stove. Rockin' fake J's, praying that nobody know. Watch them take my dog away, it was way too hard to stay composed. Fight to see the light of day, all this blood on my clothes. I was tired every day, green light, it's time to go. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 miles per hour, I might crash, cause the good die young. Yeah, the good die young. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. Right back where I left because I know my people needed me. Diamond in the rough, I don't know what it is they see in me. Go down as a legend in my city cause we beat the streets. Trying to spread the wealth around the block, no I can't keep from me. Told me I should leave, I see the bigger picture and it's way bigger than me. Can't be living like a king, but my people need to eat. If I got it, then you got it, we gon' get back on our feet. And I put it on me. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Or die too young. 100 miles per hour, might crash cause good die young. Yeah, but here I come. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. Coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back home. Y'all coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home.
Vikings are lined up here, ready to start the second half. Scouten is back in the shotgun. He's going to roll to his right to start. He's going to throw. Looks like that pass is completed. Got it to Joel Gomez. Gomez shakes off a couple defenders and is able to gain a couple more yards and get across midfield. So great play there to start the second half as Scouten is able to connect with Joel Gomez for a gain of about 28 yards. So first down for the Vikings, 11:02 on the clock as we're a minute into the second half, and the Vikings already have the ball across midfield. So ball spotted on the 49 of the Hawks. It'll be 1st and 10. Vikings will look to keep it up. Second big gain in the air for Scouten of the game. So Vikings ready again. Coming in motion, Viking tight end. He gets set, and the ball's going to be hand off to Adams. He goes up the middle, and he's going to be stopped after a gain of 2. Looks like on the tackle for the Hawks was number 58, Siona Pawunu. So down to the not the 37, it's the 47 actually. So it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Vikings. Vikings break the huddle. 2nd and 8. Look to get a couple more here. 2 minutes into the second half. Scouten in the gun. Ball is snapped. Scouten's going to throw it here. He rolls to his left. Scanning the field. He throws across his body. Ball's going to be complete. That's Joel Gomez again. And that's going to be down to the 27-yard line. So Gomez and Scouten are in rhythm here to begin the second half, connecting twice for a couple of big gains. This can be a first down for the Vikings. So Gomez having a big night. That's his 3rd big catch, and the Vikings with another first down here on the 28-yard line of the Hawks. Good drive here to start the second half so far. In motion is Kenny Russell, and he gets set. So Vikings ready to go here on the 28-yard line. Scouten reads the defense and gets the snap. Rolls out to his right. He's going to throw, but throws a little high. Ball was intended for Joel Gomez again. So you can really tell that the Viking game plan that they put together for the offensive side of the ball during halftime, they're going to really try and feed the ball to Joel Gomez and let him work. Another intended pass there, even though it wound up incomplete for Gomez. So 2nd and 10 here for the Vikings, just under 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Viking crowd is on their feet, amped up, ready for the Vikings to get on the board in this one. As we said before the half, Vikings had a couple of missed opportunities, including a fumble inside the 5-yard line on their final drive of the half. So they're going to look to hold on to the ball here and get into the end zone. Handoff here is to Adams, and he gets out to his right. He's going to move the chains. Another good run there from Adams, and good blocking from the Viking offensive line. Giving plenty of room to run there. So, Juju, you can really tell through the first 3 quarters of this game, as we've got 8:49 to go in the third here. The Viking game plan, they've really been trying to get the ball to James Adams and Joel Gomez as much as they can on the offensive end, and it's really worked for them so far.
Yeah, also, Joel Gomez has also been on the varsity team last year as being a sophomore. Also really good for experience, so he definitely knows how to play as varsity.
Definitely. He's super talented as an athlete, and, that really explains why they're trying to get the ball to him. He can shed tackles, and he can get open with ease. So, Vikings ready to go here once again. Looks like the ball down inside the 15 on the 14-yard line. So, looks like we have a flag thrown on the line of scrimmage. A couple of guys jumped. We'll see if it was on the Vikings or on the Hawks. Looks like the call on the field. It's going to be a false start against the Vikings. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Backing up the Vikings by 5, and it's going to be 1st and 15 now. Ball gets moved back to the 19. Go ahead.
It's also really nice to see Leif back on the field as well, past injury last half. So he's definitely keeping up encouragement and trying to stay on the field and positive as much as possible.
Definitely true. It's great to see him back out there, lined up at his normal spot. So definitely tough to be back out on the sideline and on the field. Looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field. So Vikings take a timeout. With that timeout, it's a good time to talk about some of the injuries the Vikings are having to battle through. You know, they've got 4 key guys out from the game tonight. One of them, Axel Ferrier, another Matthew Noring, then Ryan Aguila and Van Branch. Those are 4 key names missing from the Vikings tonight. And, you know, they've still been able to play pretty well here, even though they're missing those key guys. Still a score of 0-0, but they'll look to change that on this drive. As for the Hawks, they're missing one of their big offensive names, number 3, Donovan Fotosane, on the offensive end. He has been their running back so far this year, and in their 2 games, he's been very successful. He's had 21 carries for 101 yards and a touchdown. So that's a big blow for the Hawks that they've been missing tonight. But honestly, DeAndre Coppridge has picked up the slack. He's done a good job at running back for the Hawks tonight, despite the absence of Donovan Fotosane. So both teams missing a couple of names here in this game, but they've fought through it, and we're still locked up at 0-0 in the 3rd quarter. Vikings are back out on the field, ready to go. It's 1st and 15 after the false start penalty.
You know, despite the aggression and the tension on the field, both teams have really good sportsmanship.
This is Adams. He's loose. There's a flag down on the field. We'll see if the play's going to stand as the flag is down. This might be another holding call against the Vikings, so we'll see what the call is. On the play, though, Scouten was able to find James Adams in the backfield. Looks like this one's going to come back, though, as the penalty's going to go against the Vikings. So, crowd got amped up for a second here, so did you, Juju. But
yeah,
this one's going to come back.
But once again, despite the aggression and the tension on the field, both teams have real good sportsmanship, which is really good.
Yep. Definitely an unfortunate penalty here for the Vikings, though. That play was 1st and 15. Now the holding penalty is going to bring them back all the way to 1st and 25. So, ball is back to the 30-yard line for the Vikings. So a lot of ground to gain here. Looks like 1st down marker all the way down at about the 4-yard line. And the Vikings have the ball at the 30 here on 1st and 25. Scouten's going to hand off to Adams on 1st down. But he's going to be stopped right around the line of scrimmage. Might have gone for a gain of 1. On the tackle was Anthony Chavez for the Hug High Hawks. So gain of 1 there for the Vikings. Not what they were looking for on 1st down, and it's going to be 2nd and 24. This is another drive here. Vikings moved the ball very well to start. Had a couple of big plays on passes from Scouten to Gomez. But a couple of penalties here, and they're backed all the way back up to the 30. So this could wind up being another drive that looks like a missed opportunity for the Vikings to score. Still 0-0 here with just under 8 minutes to go in the quarter. As Scouten is ready. Scouten brings Joel Gomez in motion across the line. Ball's going to be snapped. Looks like it was an option play there, but Scouten gives it to Adams. Adams takes the ball down to about the 27-yard line of the Hawks. So it looked like a gain of 3 there. It's going to be 3rd down and long here, as it's going to be 3rd and 22 for the Vikings. Down in this territory, having already missed the field goal, you could certainly say it's likely that the Vikings are going to try and have 4-down territory here in this part of the field. So with a 3rd and 22 here on this play, they might just try and get as much as they can and be prepared for a 4th and as short as possible. Trenton Scouten back with an empty backfield. Vikings have 5 wide receivers out wide. Low snap, but Scouten handles it. He's going to throw to his left in the end zone. Incomplete. Looked like Adams had separation. He got down into the end zone, but ball went through his hands. Looks like it might have been a little bit of an overthrow, and the Vikings wind up with an incomplete pass. It's 4th and 22 now. Ball all the way back on the Hawks 27. So we'll see if the Vikings are going to attempt a field goal or maybe have to punt here. Scouten gets the play from Coach Cheek and heads back out to the huddle to relay it to his teammates. Vikings break the huddle. Empty backfield again here for Scouten. Looks like the same formation as the last play. Vikings are actually going to try and pass. Scouten rolls to his right. He's going to throw the ball over towards Kenny Russell, but ball goes off his hands. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Vikings are unable to convert the 4th and 22. So, 4th time in the game, Vikings have had the ball across midfield. They actually did get into the red zone briefly here before a couple of penalties brought them back. The Vikings did have a play. They made it into the end zone, but an unfortunate holding call brought the play back, and this one is going to stay scoreless. The Hug Hawks are going to get the ball back here on their own 27 and look to start a drive. Quarterback Connor Humphreys out on the field, ready to go. In the backfield once again with DeAndre Coppridge. They've been a good duo tonight. So Humphreys is ready. Snap's going to be a handoff to Coppridge. He goes to his left a little bit and is taken down. Looks like that's going to be a gain of 2. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Hawks. Looks like a decent separation by the O-line there, but Vikings able to keep it from being too big of a gain. 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard run. Coppridge has definitely been successful on the offensive end tonight out of the backfield. He's big and he's been able to run through the Viking defenders well. They're going to give it to him again here, but he's going to be taken down after another gain of about 3. Viking defensive line doing a good job trying to deny the run as best as they can here. So it's going to be 3rd and about 4 here. 3rd and 3 for the Hawks. Looks like the Viking crowd broke out a chant for the linebacker, number 52, Jake Wisman. So, play ready to go again here. 3rd and 3. This will be a big conversion if the Hawks can get it. But Rush gets into the backfield. Looks like the Vikings blitzed on 3rd and 3 there, and James Adams is able to come up with the sack. So big defensive play for the Vikings, and looks like they might have forced another punt for the Hawks. Ball's in the Hawk territory. Looks like it's on their own 30-yard line. And Connor Humphreys looks like he's going to drop back for a punt. So another 3rd and out, forced by the Viking defense. They've done a very good job tonight shutting down this Hawk offense. Really the only opportunity the Hawks have had was that big play right before the first half ended. The punt is off here. Back to return it is Scouten. It's going to be short, but Hawks get a friendly bounce, and they're going to wind up downing the ball all the way down at the Viking 29. So good punt there from Connor Humphreys, and the Vikings are going to get the ball at their own 29. 1st and 10 for the Viking offense. After that punt, we've got 4:26 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So Vikings had another drive on that last possession of theirs that they were able to get the ball into enemy territory, but couldn't come away with any points after a couple of costly penalties. Viking story tonight, they've been able to move the ball, but they've had just a couple of key mistakes like that last drive that has kept them off the board. Scouten gets the snap here. He's going to give it to Gomez, who's actually lined up in the backfield. Excuse me, that was actually Adams. So Adams carries the ball for about a gain of 3 on first down for the Vikings. It's going to be 2nd and 7 now. Vikings give the ball again to Adams, looking for him to carry the Vikings to get some points on the board here in the third quarter. It's been a show of defense tonight from both sides. Vikings have been able to move the ball a lot better than the Hawks, but Hawks defense has been great deep in their own territory. Come up with a turnover inside the 5 earlier in the game and have forced a couple of punts as well as a missed field goal for the Vikings. They give it to Adams again, and he's going to bring it up. Looks like he got a couple extra fighting at the end there, so he's going to get the ball to about the 38. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Vikings. So 3rd and inches for the Vikings. They'll look to convert here and keep the drive alive. Ball is spotted on their own 39. So they'll just have to get a couple of inches here in order to get the first. Vikings line up, bunch formation. They'll likely look to give it to Adams and hope he can get them the first down this time. Across the line of scrimmage is short. They'll give it to Adams. He stopped quickly, but looked like he got the first. Able to gain 1, and the Vikings will be able to move the chains. It was a good job by Adams there. He got hit behind the line of scrimmage, but was able to fight, get across, and wind up with a first down for the Vikings. 2:36 to go as the clock runs here in the third quarter. Still no score.
Despite no score, the crowd is still going wild and has so much positivity. Same as our team. Of course, opposing team as well.
You can definitely tell the Viking crowd is into it. Not a big traveling crowd for Hug High. Only a couple people on the other side, but those people that have been here have been passionate so far. Looks like we're going to have a whistle before the snap. Have a timeout on the field. Looks like the Hawks called their first timeout in the second half, so both teams will have 2 timeouts remaining in the second half. Ball spotted on the Viking 40 as both teams head to the huddle. 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Once again, still no score. Really, the Vikings have been able to move the ball very well. They've gained a lot of yards, but have not been able to convert those yards into points up to this point. So they'll look to change that with this drive. They've already got 1 first down in the possession, and they'll look to keep moving the ball. Guys to keep an eye out for on this drive: number 1, James Adams; number 2, Joel Gomez; and number 4, Trenton Scout. They're the playmakers of this offense, and they're going to definitely look to get the Vikings back into the red zone and in an opportunity to get the ball in the end zone. It's going to be 1st and 10 Vikings here with the ball at the 40 as play is ready to resume. In motion comes Gomez. Scouten's going to roll to his right. He's going to pass to Gomez. Gomez has some room to run here. He breaks a tackle, and he's taken out of bounds at the 45-yard line of the Hawks. So big gain there. Looks like it was a 15-yard pass for Scouten as he's able to complete it to Gomez and let Gomez run. Oh no, looks like on that side of the field, Gomez a little slow to get up. He's up on his feet now, but limping a little bit. So we'll have a short injury timeout. Looks like Gomez is making his way off the field, and we'll be back in just a moment. we're back onto the field here. Vikings have 1st and 10 after the completion to Gomez. Snap is low, but Scouten digs it out. He rolls to his left. He's going to cut, and looks like he's going to be taken down a little bit behind the line of scrimmage. He lost the ball, but it's called down by contact before it came out. Tackle went to number 59 for the Hawks. Looked like it was Siona Pawunu. Excuse me. So, loss of 1 for the Vikings. It's going to be 2nd and 11. Vikings break the huddle. They're ready to go here. In motion is number 40 for the Vikings. Ball's out to the left for Adams, and he's going to be taken down after a gain of 4. Coach Cheek passionately expresses what he's feeling from the sideline to his team, and the Vikings are going to be ready here for a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, having this be Coach Cheek's first game, it's really important that he gets a point or even just wins the game.
Yeah, he's definitely looking to get a win. This is his first game in front of the Viking home crowd. His coaching debut last week did not go as planned, so definitely looking to turn that around in this one. The Vikings have had their opportunities but haven't been able to convert. Scouten is back, but there's a flag as the play is blown dead. We'll see which side that is on. So, prior to the snap, looks like it's going to be a false start called against the Vikings. So that'll be a penalty of 5 yards and bring it to 3rd and 12 for the Vikings. 15 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Game's been going fast, I would say. Both teams have had a mostly focused rushing attack on offense. So clock's been moving most of the game, and this one's gotten through pretty quick. Vikings line up for one final play before the 3rd quarter ends. Scouten is in the gun and gets the snap with 3 seconds on the clock. He has to roll to his left to avoid pressure. He tucks the ball, and he's going to take it out of bounds at about the 41. That'll conclude the 3rd quarter with that run from Scouten. Coming back, it's going to be 4th and long for the Vikings. So both teams will head to their sidelines. At the end of the 3rd quarter, score still 0-0. Neither team has been able to put up a point so far.
Yeah, how are you feeling about that, Bruce?
It's been a competitive one. I mean, I think if you ask most of the people in the crowd here and on the Viking sideline, I would think they feel like they should be ahead here. They've definitely played the better football. They've been able to move the ball very well, and their defense has been great. But there's just been a couple of missed opportunities, couple of key mistakes on that Viking offense that has kept them off the board. One thing to reference was in the first half on the Vikings' final drive in the 2nd quarter, they had the ball 1st and goal on the Hawk 5-yard line and wound up fumbling it away. So that was a big missed opportunity. On their first drive in this half, they had the ball deep in the Hawk territory, and a couple of bad penalties, a holding call and a false start, brought them back to where they wound up turning it over on downs. So, you know, the Vikings are going to have to minimize those mistakes if they want to take a lead and win this one. They have the ball here on 4th and 8. Looks like they're still going to send the offense out. Looks like the ball's spotted at the 43-yard line of the Hawks. Scouten with an empty backfield. Looks to the sideline. Now he takes a couple steps back. Looks like he's going to punt it here. Indeed he does. Back to receive is Xander Humphreys. He's going to let it bounce. Vikings get a home-friendly bounce, and the ball's going to be down all the way at the 5-yard line. So great punt there from Scouten, as once again, for the 3rd straight drive, the Hawks are going to have to start deep in their own territory.
Despite like no score for both teams, they're both still really strong, and it doesn't seem like they're too tired.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Both teams are playing hard. A lot of good effort out there on the field tonight. Plenty of good tackling and plenty of tackles broken as well. So both teams are really leaving it all out there, and you can really tell with the way that this one is still 0-0. Both defenses have really been doing their best. Ball's going to be handed off here up the middle for the Hawks, but that's going to be no gain. May have even lost one for DeAndre Coppridge. Yep, that's going to be a loss of 1. So great job there by the Viking defensive line to break the line of scrimmage and get the tackle for a loss. Ball all the way back on the Hug High School 4-yard line. So this could be something to watch here. If Hug decides to throw the ball at some point this deep in their own territory, if the Vikings are able to get a sack in the end zone, that'll be a safety and will get the Vikings on the board. So that's something to watch. Hug is going to hand the ball off again here, though, and they're going to get out of their own territory a little bit. Ball looked like it got all the way up to the 9. Ball carrier there was number 24, Moody Messina. Let's Go Vikings chant breaks out from the Viking home crowd. You can tell they're anxious to see the Vikings get on the board, isn't that right?
Yeah, we're so close. We're so close. Hopefully we can get it.
This is a big play here, 3rd and 5. The Hawks are going to look to convert and keep their drive alive. Vikings looking to force another 3 and out. Connor Humphreys gets the snap. He's going to drop it off. Screen pass here, and he's taken down. That was DeAndre Coppridge with the catch. We'll see if that was ruled a first down. He didn't get it, so Vikings are going to force another 3 and out here, as this is going to be another punt for Connor Humphreys deep in his own end zone. Viking defense has been fantastic tonight, really shutting down this Hawks offense. The only time the Hawks have had it across midfield was after that big play right near the end of the second quarter, but that is it. So Viking defense has really done great tonight, as this punt from Humphreys is away. Scouting back. Punt lands short, and it's going to bounce out of bounds right around the 41-yard line. Vikings, again, great field position. We've said that plenty of times tonight. Right now it's just a matter of whether the Vikings can finally convert on that field position and get points. Still 0-0. We've got 9:44 to go here in this game, and the Vikings are going to go out and try and take the lead. Great field position to begin this drive. Vikings game planning on the sideline a little bit as the Hawk defense is ready to go. Vikings break their huddle on the sideline and are going to head out onto the field. So again, we've got 9:44 to go in this game, still locked up at a 0-0 tie. Vikings, great opportunity here, starting with the ball on the 41-yard line across midfield, and they're going to try and break through here with points. Scouten gets it. Looked like that was a broken play there, and he's going to take it, winds up getting a couple. Looks like a miscommunication in the backfield there between him and Adams, as Scouten went to hand the ball off, but Adams looked like he was ready to block. Scouten able to salvage a couple yards out of the play, though. Looks like it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Vikings. So the ball just right around the 40, and the Vikings are ready to go again at the line of scrimmage. Ball is snapped. It's going to be a play-action pass on the near side of the field. Looks like that was intended for Gomez, but the pass falls incomplete. Scouting a little high on the throw. So that'll bring it to 3rd and 8 for the Vikings at the 40-yard line. This is a big play here for the Vikings to convert and not wind up having to punt. Adams in the backfield with Scouten as the Vikings are ready to go. It's good to see Joel Gomez back out there after he had to leave the field in the last possession.
Yeah, it definitely does. It's really good to see him. He's also really aggressive, which is really good.
This pass is completed to Gomez. Gomez trucks one defender and he's taken out of bounds at the 25. So great job there. Scouten rolled to his right, was able to find Gomez once again, and that gets a Viking first down with 9 minutes to go. Vikings have the ball at the Hawks 26 now and are able to reset the chains with 1st and 10. Vikings looking like they're going with a little bit of a hurry-up approach here on this drive. Ready at the line of scrimmage already once again. Gomez comes across in motion. Looks like they're going to give it to Adams here. He goes up the gut, and he's able to get the ball to about the 28-yard line. Gain of 3 for the Vikings. It'll be 2nd and 7. So a good first down run there for the Vikings. Adams continues to pound the ball inside, lines up with a gain of a couple. The Viking crowd is getting on their feet, getting loud here. Scouten drops back. He's going to dish it. Looks like it's Adams. Cuts to the inside. He stays on his feet, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown! Vikings finally break through here. 8:21 to go in the 4th quarter, and the Vikings are finally on the board with 6. So great play there from Scouten. Was able to get a little jump pass over to Adams in the backfield, and Adams did the rest with his legs. Gets into the end zone with a couple of broken tackles. The Vikings are finally on the board with a 6-0 lead. So great play there. The Vikings finally have a lead, and now Gomez is going to attempt the point after. Viking crowd very excited here as the kick from Gomez is no good. Looked like he missed it left again. But great drive there from the Vikings as they're able to take a 6-0 lead. One side finally able to get onto the board here in this one, and the Vikings took advantage. So Vikings have a 6-point lead, and they're going to kick off to the Hawks here.
Yeah, it's finally good to see numbers on the board.
That's for sure. This one has been low scoring, no doubt about that. But Vikings finally break through here in the 4th quarter and take a lead. So Viking kickoff squad on the field. Gomez will be kicking. Back deep to receive for the Hawks is DeAndre Copprich and number 8, Xander Humphreys. Looks like the Vikings had a little miscommunication on the kickoff team, but now they're ready with all 11 on the field. The referee's going to get the ball to Joel Gomez. The Vikings will be ready to kick. Looks like on the far side of the field there, that's Evan Orr getting the crowd excited. Really great to see the Vikings finally out to a lead as points are finally scored in this one. Gomez ready for the kickoff now. Looks like that's going to be Humphreys receiving. He tightropes along the sideline, makes one miss. And there's going to be a penalty there though. So a couple of flags down. Looks like on the play Humphreys made it out to the 32, but that might have been a block in the back against the Hawks. We'll see what the call is. So the kickoff is returned to the 32, but yep, that'll be a block in the back against the Hawks. So that'll bring them back a little bit after the penalty. So it'll be 1st and 10. It was a good return for the Hawks, but the penalty brings them way back all the way down to, looks like we'll see where they spot the ball. It's all the way down to the 12-yard line. So big penalty there, very costly penalty for the Hawks. 15-yarder, and now they have the ball at their own 12-yard line. Another drive that the Hawks will have to start deep in their own territory and try and work out of it. So Humphreys and Copridge are in the backfield ready to go here. Humphreys gets the snap. It's like a miscommunication there, but Humphreys is going to roll to his right. Pass is completed all the way out to the, looks like that's a 34-yard line. Pass was completed to Muti Messina. So we've seen a couple passes completed to Messina tonight. Looks like that is quarterback Connor Humphreys' favorite target on this Friday night. So a good play there for the Hawks. They were able to get back the yardage that they lost on the penalty, and they'll have 1st and 10 on the 34-yard line. Clock is rolling as we just get under 8 minutes to go here in the game. This is definitely a big drive for the Hawks. They're going to look to tie it up and keep this thing square with 8 minutes to go. Handoff here to Coppridge, but he's going to be met in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss of a yard. Looked like that was Adams and Ferrier teaming up to bring down DeAndre Coppridge. So great job by the Viking defensive line. Got into the backfield there and caused a loss of 1, so it'll be 2nd and 11 for the Hawks. Hug High tried his little end around there, gave it to Coppridge, but Vikings read it like a book and were able to get the loss of 1. Clock keeps ticking as we're rolling close to 7 minutes to go. Hawks have 2nd and 11 here. They're lined up, ready to go. Ball snapped to Humphreys. He's going to roll to his right a little bit. The pass is up in the air, and it's going to be incomplete. Looked like in coverage there for the Vikings was number 5, Aaron Valencia. So great job by him there to force the incompletion as the pass was once again intended for Moody Messina. Vikings able to force the incompletion, and it'll be 3rd and 11 here. Viking crowd will look to get loud here on 3rd down, hoping to force another punt. You have to wonder though, with just under 7 minutes to go, even in their own territory, with the way that the Hawks have been unable to move the ball tonight, they might consider going for it. So Vikings crowd gets going here on 3rd and 11. Back to pass is Humphreys. He steps up in the pocket. He's going to let one go, but just a little bit over. Looked like the pass was intended for his brother, Xander Humphreys, but pass was incomplete, and the Vikings are able to force a 4th and 11. We'll see what the Hawks decide to do here, whether they leave their offense on the field or they're going to punt it away. 6:52 left in this one. So this will be a big decision here for the Hawks. Looks like ball spotted on their own 34. They're going to elect to punt it away and hope their defense can get a stop and get them the ball back. A couple of deep passes were attempted there on 2nd and 3rd down by the Hawks. Both of them fell incomplete though, and they're forced to punt. Punt is away, almost got blocked, but that one looked like it was shanked a little bit. It's going to bounce out of bounds right around the 50-yard line, and the Vikings will get possession of the ball once again. So this is going to be a big drive here for the Vikings. They'll have a couple objectives. Not only will they obviously be looking to extend the lead, but they'll look to take some time off the clock here too. Try and get this one closer to a win in the column of the Vikings. And once again, if you're just joining us, this is the Thunderclap broadcast. I'm Bruce Kuntz here with Juju Hancock. We've got a 6-0 lead for the Vikings here in the 4th quarter. This one has been low scoring, plenty of missed opportunities by the Vikings, but on their last possession they were finally able to break through on a pass from Scouten to James Adams, and then Adams was able to run into the end zone. Extra point was missed though, so it's 6-0 Vikings, and that's where we stand right now in this game. Vikings out on the field ready to go here now. Looks like the ball was spotted on the 48-yard line of the Hawks, and it'll be 1st and 10. Scouten's back to pass. He's going to dump it off to Adams with the screen here. Adams, plenty of room to run. He's up the middle. He's going to keep going. He's still on his feet, and he's able to get all the way down to the 28-yard line of the Hawks. So big completion there. Looked like it was a 20-yard gain for the Vikings. And these last 2 drives, you've really seen the Vikings have been able to take advantage of that Scouten to Adams connection. You know, the touchdown was scored on a screen pass, little dump off, and that gain of 20, same kind of thing. So Adams taking advantage here in the 4th quarter, and the Vikings are ready to go again with another 1st and 10.
Yeah, Adams definitely deserves the name star player. He gave us our touchdown. He's definitely given us a lot of running.
Definitely. He's been great so far. Looked like right there was another miscommunication in the backfield, but Scouton's able to do a good job staying elusive back behind the line of scrimmage, is able to work about a gain of 2 out of the broken play. So good job by Scouton to get something out of nothing, and it'll be second down for the Vikings. Scouton was able to get 2, so it'll be second and 8. Vikings ready to go now. Coach Cheek calls the play from the sideline. Now Scouton directs traffic, and the Vikings will be ready to go. Viking crowd very excited here to finally have a lead as this one's handed to Adams. He'll go up the middle. Good little push there late from the offensive line. Gets him a couple extra yards. Looked like that was a gain of about 7 there for Adams. So Adams has had a great fourth quarter here. Really taking advantage of the possibly fatigued Hawks defense and has been able to run pretty well here. So it'll be second and 2 after the gain of 8 from Adams. Scouton lines up again in the shotgun formation. He's going to fake a handoff. He's going to get it to Gomez on the outside. Gomez fakes to his left. He's along the outside. Goes for the pylon. He shakes off the defender and he's into the end zone. So touchdown for the Vikings after Scouton is able to find Gomez on the pass. So the Vikings go up 12-0 here late in the fourth quarter, as actually there's a flag down on the field. This might be another touchdown called back because of a holding penalty. Viking offense is walking back, so that looks like that is what it's going to be. So that's the second time tonight the Vikings have gotten the ball into the end zone but lost the touchdown due to a penalty. So, Vikings back on the field there. Another almost touchdown loss because of a penalty, but they'll be ready to go again here. Looks like the ball is spotted now at about the 27-yard line of the Hawks. It's third down. Scouton's going to roll to his right. He pump fakes, looking for something, and the pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage. Great coverage there from the defensive backs of the Hawks, and the deflection at the line of scrimmage was from Sali Ayonga. So good job by the Hawks defense there, as it's now 4th and 8. So a 6-0 score after the touchdown was called back due to the holding penalty. And now we'll see, looks like the Vikings are going to be ready to punt. Scouton actually steps up here. The Vikings might go for it. Empty backfield. We'll see what he does. Takes a couple more back. Looks like he's going to elect to punt it after all. Ball almost got deflected. That was dangerous. And a great job by the Viking punt coverage team as they're able to down the ball deep in Hawk territory. So James Adams did a great job getting behind the Hawks there. Is able to down the ball way back on the 1-yard line. So that's been something that's happened a lot tonight as well. The Viking special teams has been fantastic. The Hawks have had to start, I believe this is their 4th drive, starting inside their own 5-yard line. So, you know, when your special teams is able to be that successful, it's going to be tough to move the ball for the Hawks. That's definitely shown. We've got 4:47 to go in the game. Vikings lead 6-0 as the Hawks get the ball back here. Connor Humphreys lines up, ready for the snap. He's going to hand it off. Actually, he keeps it on the read option. He gets the outside. Good decision there from Humphreys, as it looked like number 21, DeAndre Coperidge, got swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. But since Humphreys kept it, he was able to get the first down, get the ball out to the, looks like, the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Hawks once again after the run from Humphreys. 4:38 to go. Humphrey's going to drop back to pass now. He had a man open. That was his brother Xander Humphreys, who had separation, but pass was airmailed. So that'll be incomplete, and it'll bring it to 2nd and 10. 4 minutes, 32 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Second and 10, it'll be here for the Hawks after the incompletion from Connor Humphreys. Humphreys lined up now. Running back, DeAndre Coppridge stands on his right. He's going to drop back to pass. Pocket collapses. He's going to go deep. Looked like number 24, Moody Messina, had his man beat, but another errant throw, and the pass is unable to be completed for the Hawks. Another missed opportunity in the air there for Hug High, and it's going to be 3rd and 10 for them. It's like Joel Gomez is going to come onto the field. Number 5, Aaron Valencia, is going to head to the sideline after that last incompletion. So Hawks ready to go here on 3rd and 10 at their own 13. Humphreys empty backfield, drops back. He's going to dump it off. Good play there. Looks like he still got it. That was DeAndre Coppridge. He was able to shed a man at the line of scrimmage and able to get the ball all the way across the first down mark and able to move the chains. Great run there from Coppridge as he's able to get a first down for the Hawks. Vikings had a man to meet him way back at the line of scrimmage where he caught the pass, but able to break one tackle, and then the field was pretty clear and he was able to get the first. 4:16 to go in the game. This is a very consequential possession here for the Hawks. Probably going to have to take advantage of this possession or they'll be in trouble. Humphreys to pass again. He's going to tuck it and run. He gets to the outside on his left, cuts back across. It was a great play there from Humphreys. He's able to get a big gain. It's like about 20 on the run and gets the ball all the way out to the 44-yard line, moving the chains again. Clock stays running as we hit 4 minutes to go after that long run from Humphreys. We've seen the plan of attack for the Hawks has definitely shifted this drive. They still have not handed it off to DeAndre Coppridge as they had been most of the game up to this point. It seems like they've, this drive kind of tried to put some trust in their quarterback, Connor Humphreys, and see if they can get back into this one on his back. Connor Humphreys is a junior for Hug High. On the year, coming into this game, he was 9 for 18 with 120 yards passing. He plays both sides of the ball. He had 9 tackles coming in as well. He's had a pretty good night, but the big guy on offense for the Hawks has definitely been DeAndre Coppridge. He's done a great job running the ball, but despite that, Vikings defense has been great, been able to force a lot of punts and keep the Hawks off of the scoreboard up to this point.
Viking crowd positive as ever, very cheery. I think it's really helping ease up the football team.
Right, yeah. It's always great to have that crowd, They're all excited, they're all happy to be out here, and that definitely helps the energy down on the field for the Vikings. 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in this one. Hug has the ball on the 44-yard line, ready for 1st and 10. We'll see if they continue to try and pass the ball as much as they can. Looks like they're finally going to hand the ball off here to Coppridge. He's met early at the line of scrimmage. Looks like it'll be a gain of about 2 or 3. Good job there. Looked like it was Wisnett with the tackle. So gain of 2, so it'll be 2nd and 8 here for the Hawks. Viking crowd gets into it. We've got just above 3 minutes to go here. Ball right around midfield for 2nd and 8. Humphreys gets the snap. He drops back. He's going to try and escape the pocket, but he can't. Out to his right. Looked like that was a sack as Leif Ferrier was able to get into the backfield and come away with the sack. So that'll be a loss of 2. Bring it to 3rd and about 10 here for the Hawks. Great job there by Leif. Got into the backfield and didn't let Humphreys get to the outside there. 3rd and 9 coming up here for the Hawks with 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Viking crowd gets into it. Big play here, 3rd and 9. 2:20 left on the clock. Snap to Humphreys. He's going to look out to his left. Coperidge has it. He cuts to his right. He's going to have a first down and more. He keeps going. He lost the ball. He lost the ball. The Vikings recover. So the Vikings force a fumble and they recover. 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go as the Vikings force a turnover and they'll get the ball back. Costly turnover there from Coperidge. He had a long run there. He was able to get the first, but then he lost the ball on the fumble, and the Vikings are going to get it back. Looked like it was Gomez on the recovery. Great job there by the Viking defense, and they're going to get the ball back here with 2 minutes and 5 seconds. The Hawks only have 2 timeouts remaining, so Vikings are going to look to run out the clock here on this possession. Costly turnover there from Coperidge, and now the Hawks are going to have to put a lot of faith in their defense here to get a 3 and out. Only 2 minutes and 5 seconds and only 1 timeout to go, so Hawks will only be able to stop the clock, 2 more times. Viking crowd got very excited there for that turnover. Huge play. The Vikings are absolutely in the driver's seat now. That was a big drive for the Hawks there that they had going deep into Viking territory, and they lose it on the turnover from Coperidge. Looks like a flag is thrown here pre-play. Vikings are going to back it up by 5 yards and have 1st and 15 to go. 2 minutes and 5 seconds remain, and the Viking offense is on the field. They're looking to run out the clock here. If they can get 1 first down, that'll do it for this game. They're going to hand it off up the middle to Adams. He bounces out to the outside, cuts to his left. He's running through defenders, and he gets the ball all the way out to, looked like the 35. So a gain of 7 there for James Adams. Big gain. Clock will remain running as the Hawks elect not to use one of their timeouts here. Questionable decision there from the Hawks. They might be ready to just get out of here. 6-0 Vikings. Vikings are going to let the play clock run as far as they can before they have to run another play. It's 2nd down and 8. Scouten is back, ready to take the snap. He's going to hand it off again to Adams. Adams cuts to his left. He gets to the outside. He keeps going. He sheds a tackle, and he's going to be taken down right around the first down line. If he got it, looks like he got a first down. The chains are moving. So now, with just over a minute left, there's nothing the Hawks can do to stop the clock. That's going to do it for this one. Vikings are going to be able to go into victory formation here if they so choose, as there's going to be 1 timeout called here on the field. 1:06 to go. Vikings lead 6-0, and they're absolutely in the driver's seat here.
Gosh, this is really exciting. It's our first home game, first win for the season as well.
Great job by the Vikings tonight. I mean, really, the highlight of the game, I think, was the Viking defense. They did not let the Hawks get anything going. Hawks only crossed midfield twice in the entire game. And one of those was right at the end of the first half. And then the second one, they were able to force that fumble just a few minutes ago. So the Viking defense has absolutely stood out tonight. They've done a great job shutting down that Hawks offense led by Connor Humphreys. So Vikings in the driver's seat here, 1:06 to go. And following the timeout, the Vikings are going to have 1st and 10. they'll be able to go into victory formation. Hawks only having 1 timeout to go. Vikings have it on their own 44, and they're going to go into victory formation here. Scouten will kneel the ball twice, and the Vikings will be ready to go. First snap is good. So the kneel there from Scouten, and the clock will begin to tick. Just a great game here from the Vikings tonight. The offense definitely had some missed opportunities, but eventually here in the fourth quarter, we're able to break through with a touchdown with about 6 minutes to go. And that touchdown was all it took, coming away with a 6-0 win here tonight. Scotland's going to come back out onto the field. All they have to do is kneel it one more time, and this game will be over. So, great game here for the Vikings. They come away with a win in their home opener for the season as the clock continues to tick. So, great win here for the Vikings. Looks like the crowd is going to get excited here. Teams are ready to go. So, great performance from the Vikings. I mean, definitely guys that stood out. James Adams was a beast in the backfield tonight, both catching the ball and running the ball. He did a great job. Joel Gomez had a couple of long receptions. And then Trenton Scouten really did a great job at the point at quarterback tonight. He handled the ball great, managed great, and other than the one fumble where he turned over the ball, he had a pretty much flawless night. So great job from Scouten under center. Once again, also Leif Ferrier did a great job on the offensive line and had a couple of sacks tonight on the defensive side. So the Vikings come away with a 6-0 win here in their home opener. We thank you for joining us. We'll be back on the air next week, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss another broadcast. And we thank you for being here. Vikings win 6-0 in their home opener. Have a good weekend to everyone listening.